Right now on Apple Valley News Now live at 5.
Benton County officials assessing flood damage amid the potential for water levels to rise this week. Why they are saying the Yakima River exceeded expectations.
Then a safe place where flood victims can get help now. The local resources that are adapting to community needs.
Also ahead, Hermiston city leaders finding a new way to reduce airport costs, how farmland could help close the budget gap.
And from Ellensburg to the Tri-Cities, we've got calm right now, but big changes in your weather forecast. I'm tracking all the details. The news at 5 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 5 on your side.
And a very good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Austin Reed.
And I'm Wendy Redman. It is December the 16th. Brace yourself for powerful winds. Another First Alert Weather Day is on the way.
All right, so let's check in with First Alert's Stacy Lee. She is watching much more than windy weather.
That's right. Well, let's start with that windy weather, guys. We have a wind advisory in place. It kicks in late tonight. It lasts through tomorrow. We're talking strong gusty winds. Check out these winds. They're bad here, but they get worse as they travel to the east. We're expecting winds from 40 to 60 miles an hour, even gusts as high as 70 miles an hour. In fact, the area here in orange, which just touches the Blue Mountains and the east slopes here, Tri-Cities area, that's where we could see hurricane force winds. So look for that overnight tonight. Right now, pretty calm, but we're already seeing those winds picking up in the mountains, Salinas Pass and White Pass with gusts at 40 miles an hour. Cue the winter weather. Not very often we see a blizzard warning, but we have a blizzard warning for the Cascades. We could see 10 to 15 inches at pass level between now and Wednesday afternoon. We also have a strong snowstorm coming for the Kittitas Valley between Ellensburg and Cle Elum. Blue Mountains could see 1 to 4 inches and 75-mile-an-hour winds. Blizzard conditions through the areas in our mountain passes. They could become impassable. Temperatures are nice and mild. We're at 61 degrees. It is December 16th. That's pretty warm for this time of year. Planning your day tomorrow, look for a little bit of calm between the systems. However, the winds will stick around throughout your day. So strong gusty winds, heavy snow at pass level. We're watching waters on the Yakima and the Natchez to surge again in the next couple of days. Wet, windy, unsettled. That's your weather forecast coming up. I'll give you all the details and timing of these systems coming up. Austin, Wendy.
All right, Stacy, Benton County emergency officials are now assessing flood damage and preparing for the possibility of more high water later this week. Over the weekend, floodwaters forced evacuations and caused widespread impacts across parts of Richland, West Richland, Benton City, and in unincorporated Benton County areas. Emergency officials say rising water prompted residents in some areas to leave their homes for safety, with an American Red Cross shelter opening at Central Church in Richland for those with nowhere else to go. One of the hardest hit areas was along the Yakima River, where officials say flooding reached major flood stage and exceeded what they expected based on past events.
More densely populated and heavily impacted was the Beach RV area in Benton City. So very close to the Yakima River, and they were dramatically impacted. They actually were under evacuation requests for that area.
Emergency management is now asking residents to report flood damage through an online assessment form as officials work to document impacts and prepare for another potential rise in river levels later this week.
An emergency shelter in Richland is open as part of the Red Cross's response to local flooding. The Red Cross opened an evacuation shelter at Central Church in Richland. As river levels climb, they're offering a safe place for anyone affected by flooding. People can stop by for a hot meal, for a place to rest or charge their phone, and to get connected with other resources as conditions continue to change. Pets are welcome as well. Red Cross officials say it's all about community helping community.
Our preference really, though, is that people make donations of the financial sort, because that really helps us not only in the immediate but in the long term, because this will be a long-term recovery process.
The shelter is open to anyone impacted, even if they don't need a place to stay overnight. Red Cross officials say needs can shift quickly as water levels change, and they're working closely with local and state partners to adjust their response. The Richland shelter is located at Central Church at 1124 Stevens Drive. The shelter is open 24 hours. For the latest shelter information, just visit applevalleyNewsNow.com.
Other news on this Tuesday night, and to a follow-up, a West Richland woman says she has finally sold her home being occupied by unwelcome family members, but it's coming at a cost she says no one should go through. Jill Dixon says she originally listed her late mother's home for over $400,000. But with unwanted family members occupying the property, she had to cut her asking price in half to finally sell the home. She says that her family members left her months of unpaid utility bills, and she tells us she felt powerless while trying to get them out of the property.
It was easier for me to sell the house to a new person, because that new person that bought it would be able to trespass her and have more rights than I would as the homeowner executor.
Make sure to stick around at 6 on Apple Valley News Now. Our Caleb Stipkovitz will give you the full story on what the inside of the home looked like when the occupants finally left, as well as what Dixon says needs to change to protect homeowners.
A major boost for unmanned aviation is taking off in eastern Oregon. The Pendleton UAS range announced a new partnership aimed at helping companies not just test cutting-edge technology, but find the skilled workers needed to bring it to life. The Pendleton UAS range partners with Strativ Group to connect companies with skilled workers. The global recruitment firm specializes in aerospace and advanced technologies for companies testing unmanned aircraft at the Eastern Oregon facility. Range manager Jesse Steele says the partnership addresses a critical need.
This partnership allows our customers to have access to worldwide top-tier talent that otherwise wouldn't be located in Pendleton.
Steele says the collaboration makes Pendleton more attractive to companies seeking streamlined testing. The range combines physical infrastructure with specialized human capital to position itself as one of the most comprehensive UAS testing environments in the country.
Hermiston city leaders say a new airport land lease could significantly reduce how much taxpayers help cover airport operations. The Hermiston Airport brings in about $120,000 a year through hangar leases and fuel sales. Not enough to fully cover operating costs. That leaves city taxpayers subsidizing the airport by roughly $100,000 each year. Now, city leaders say a new plan could help close that gap. The city is moving forward with leasing farmland right near the airport, land that was originally purchased as part of a long-term runway safety project and largely paid for by the Federal Aviation Administration.
Going through that process, we worked with the neighboring farm, and so through the process, the FAA has now paid 95% of the cost of acquiring 140 acres of farmland.
Officials say leasing the land could generate about $66,000 a year, helping offset airport costs and reduce the burden on taxpayers.
In national news tonight, it is now day 4 of the search for the suspect who killed 2 students and injured 9 others at Brown University.
New videos and photos were released by police.
And Michael Yoshida is in Providence now with the very latest.
The community around Brown University is reeling from the deadly mass shooting.
It was an awful scene. I mean, people were screaming, crying. Yeah, it's pretty anxiety-inducing, I would say, for sure.
Anxiety plaguing Providence, while authorities are still on the hunt for the shooter.
I feel like there's not necessarily a way to feel safe. I mean, you really never know what that person could still be here. That person could be in Florida by now. Like, you just never know.
Officials now pursuing a new lead based on these photos and videos of a person taken Saturday afternoon, hours before the attack. The FBI says the suspect is approximately 5'8" with a stocky build.
Close friends and relatives of this individual should be able to identify this person based on those characteristics, based on those traits there.
Authorities confident they'll be able to put together enough evidence to eventually charge someone in the case, even as fear remains.
Of course there's a threat. We have somebody who committed a double homicide and wounded 9 Brown students. We don't know where he is. We're working hard as heck to figure that out.
The 2 students killed being remembered on campus and by the president of Brown, who said in part, quote, "These were 2 young people whose amazing promise was extinguished too soon." In Providence, I'm Michael Yoshida.
A $50,000 reward is being offered for information that can lead to an arrest and conviction.
Hey, following this newscast, ABC World News Tonight with David Muir reports on the final hours of Rob Reiner and his wife, Michelle, plus concerning unemployment numbers. That's ahead at 5:30. All right, so now we're going to go to making a difference.
Yes, in Kennewick, a new place is opening that offers more than just coffee. It offers hope and a real chance at recovery for those rebuilding their lives.
Recovery Cafe Benton, located at 925 South Auburn Street, was strategically chosen next to a new recovery center, providing detox and crisis stabilization services. The cafe is designed to be a supportive hub where people can reconnect socially and emotionally after treatment.
It's a place that helps break the cycle of relapse by offering community and services focused on behavioral health and life skills like employment and housing.
It's such a need here in our community. So many individuals in our community suffer either from homelessness, having nowhere to go, or not having the ability to meet with somebody, to actually meet them where they are and connect them to that services. Though we won't be able to overcome all of those barriers, we will be able to make a great impact here in our community.
Recovery Cafe Benton is open from 10 a.m. through 4 p.m. Monday through Friday, with plans to expand hours soon.
Well, coming up next on Apple Valley News Now, live at 5, we will tell you how a generous donation will transform a first-of-its-kind park in Yakima.
And you'll definitely want to stay tuned for this. Stacy is coming back with a look at your full first alert weather forecast. Powerful winds are on the way, folks. Very important information on the other side of the break.
So you only check it twice?
Nissan tests every model thousands of times.
No wonder we're J.D. Power's #1 in new vehicle quality.
Add a Nissan to your list at the Nissan year-end event. Get 0% APR on select SUVs for well-qualified buyers.
Okay, y'all, we got 10 orders coming in.
Starting a business is never easy, but starting at 8 months pregnant, that's a different story. I couldn't slow down.
We were starting a business from the ground up.
People were showing up left and right, and so did our business needs. The Chase e-card made it easy. When you go for something big like this, your kids see that, and they believe they can do the same.
Earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase with the Chase Inc. Business Unlimited card from Chase for Business. Make more of what's yours.
Every point counts. The race to $1 million is on at Wild Horse Resort and Casino. Earn entries into the $1 million Monte Carlo giveaway with free play drawings every Friday and Saturday starting at 6 p.m. Multiply your entries by 10 times every Monday. Then on January 3rd, we're drawing lucky finalists to play for $1 million at 4 p.m. Play now, win $1 million. Only at Wild Horse Resort and Casino.
Everyone deserves to be connected. Big cities, small towns, everywhere in between. And staying connected shouldn't break the bank. That's why T-Mobile and US Cellular have joined forces. The best network just got bigger. And we're combining it with the local service you know and trust. Join now and save up to 20% versus Verizon.
I felt like there was just no answers to get out of the anxiety and the depression that I had.
Introducing Neurostim TMS, Washington's leading provider of transcranial magnetic stimulation, or TMS therapy. TMS is not shock therapy. It's an FDA-approved, easy outpatient experience and covered by all major medical insurances.
There's nothing better than just being able to enjoy life again.
Reach out to Neurostim TMS today and rediscover the light and joy in your life.
So you only check it twice?
Nissan tests every model thousands of times.
No wonder we're J.D. Power's #1 in new vehicle quality.
Add a Nissan to your list at the Nissan year-end event. Get 0% APR on select SUVs for well-qualified buyers.
First Alert Weather Radar, sponsored by Idaho Central Credit Union.
Yakima residents can expect a new feature at one of their parks.
Yeah, this story new tonight. You know, last week, resident Forbes Mercy made a $115,000 donation at a city council meeting. Well, now Parks and Recreation is planning to build an outdoor exercise gym in Chesterly Park.
It'll have various stationary equipment, and it'll be the first of its kind in Yakima.
Donations are amazing. This community is so generous. I cannot thank them enough, from our Rotary clubs to individuals, organizations, and people like Forbes Mercy. Just warms my heart. It's one of the best things I get to do in my job as Parks and Recreation Manager.
The project is expected to break ground in early spring.
Well, a retired veteran is taking his message about Pasco's water supply straight to the city council, and he's doing it with music. David Coho showed up at a recent Pasco City Council meeting carrying a banjo and music stand. He performed an original song protesting the council's vote to stop adding fluoride to city water. He says the council's decision ignored decades of scientific research and could lead to more cavities and missed school days for children, especially in low-income communities.
As disappointing as the 4-2 vote was to remove fluoride, I was even more disappointed to learn the bad faith and low information way our council works. Ignore public comment, ignore the citizen survey, ignore decades of established science and public health, act in a way that directly harms the people in our community.
Now, the council voted 4-2 on November 17th to stop fluoridation after a tie and the absence of a member. While a city survey showed a slight majority favored keeping fluoride, council members say public opinion was almost evenly split.
Kids at the Valley Mall in Yakima got a fun Christmas surprise from a special guest today. Take a look. The mall hosted its 5th Storytime with Santa's Friends event of the year, featuring Buddy the Elf and Jovi. The free event included a story, singing, snacks, and a craft. This is the first year the event has incorporated other characters, and marketing director Jacob Butler says it's been a hit. The mall's last story time of the year will be Tuesday at 11 a.m.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
That's right. You got to get in that Christmas spirit, hence the little earrings tonight. All right, let's take a look at our First Alert radar right now. This is the incoming atmospheric river. It's already begun on the west side. As this system moves to the east, it's going to bring with it the strong gusty winds and those rain showers. Heavy at times later tonight. Right now, though, 61 degrees. Winds are fairly light, 8 miles per hour. Our feels like temp is 61. So it's pretty calm. It's deceiving, but things are going to get pretty active later on. And we're already seeing those winds kicking up. You can see here at White Pass, we're seeing gusts right now at 37 miles an hour. So Snoqualmie Pass picking up, and we'll continue to see those winds moving to the east. What kind of winds are we talking about? Well, 50 to 55 mile an hour winds and gusts through the area. In fact, I saw we could see occasional gusts of up to 70 miles an hour. These are the kind of gusts that bring down power lines and trees. So be very, very safe. Now, the winds will continue on Wednesday, not quite as strong as they will be overnight. However, we're still talking anywhere from 35 to 50 miles an hour for your Wednesday. Let's take a look at our radar and satellite. There's that system moving through the area. Get ready. There's a series of storms, and this one's lining up right now with lots of rain chances. Now, the storm will start here in Washington. It's going to kind of move to the south over the Portland area and then stay on top of us. But it will create moderate flooding once again possible on the Natchez and Yakima rivers. There are flood warnings in place. We're keeping a close eye on those rivers surging again. Flood warning in the Kittitas Valley, so basically from Cleveland to Ellensburg is the area we're worrying about. And then as we get down where that where the next river flows into the Yakima, the Natchez, we're going to keep watching that as well. We shouldn't see the impacts as severe in the Columbia Basin, but we are on a flood watch. Let's time out our storms. Here comes the rain by about 11 o'clock tonight, all through the region, Sunnyside to Tri-Cities, out to Hanford and Walla Walla. As the evening progresses, the rains continue, and then cue up the snow in the Cascade Mountains. Winter weather advisories, including watches out there for blizzard, and that's because of the strong winds bringing in the cold front. So it's been very, very warm. We're going to see temperatures drop. We're going to see snow accumulating. However, locally in the lower elevations tomorrow, we're in between systems, so enjoy a little bit of break from those storms. But if you're heading over our mountain passes, you need to beware and get ready for winter driving conditions. And then cue up that rain again on Thursday with more heavy mountain snow. So very active weather for the next several days as we head towards the weekend. So just be safe out there. And again, the biggest impacts for us overnight tonight, those winds. It's going to be strong and gusty. And look at some of the crazy snow accumulations we're going to see here in the Cascade Mountains. We'll also see several inches of snow for the Blue Mountains, 13 inches at Tollgate, 5 inches, Cabbage Hill. So lots of wind. All right, tonight we're going to be down into the 40s. These temperatures overnight are going to start dropping as we get into that winter weather. There's those strong winds and your 7-day planning forecast. There it is. We're going to stay in the 50s, but we'll drop into the 40s with temperatures overnight starting to cool. Here's what it looks like in Yakima. We even see a chance of some rain mix. So first chance of seeing a few snowflakes. They're not going to stay, but you could see them there in Yakima. Better chances of seeing snowflakes in Ellensburg for several days in a row. And as we look at Walla Walla, that's where we're going to watch for the strongest of the winds. That's where we could see up to 70 miles an hour at times overnight through tomorrow, as well as the Hermiston area. So we get a little windier as it heads to the east, but it's bringing cold air, so that's going to bring the snow that we need instead of all of that water that we had with the last system. So very active weather, lots to talk about, lots to think about.
Oh my goodness, yeah. I hated the winds last week. I was up all night, and now probably tonight as well, right?
Tonight, yes, probably you were. It should hit us around midnight tonight, so be prepared.
Let my brain know that. You'll see a very tired Wendy tomorrow.
There you go.
All right. Well, coming up, a community tradition continues in the Tri-Cities, how the next generation is gearing up this holiday season for local children.
With all the excitement of the holiday season, getting into an auto accident is something you can do without. So remember to buckle up, drive safely, no texting, and please don't drink and drive. This holiday message is brought to you by Allen Brecky Law Offices.
Lung disease is very difficult to live with in many ways, and our goal here is to truly live the mission of Good Shepherd, which is patients first, always. Our pulmonology and sleep medicine team is here for you. We're here to provide you world-class care. Please contact us and come to see us. It will be our privilege to serve you.
Good Shepherd Healthcare System. Patients first, always.
Life happens. Lucky for you, ICCU has a new kind of checking account that comes with benefits that help you life better. Because being human is a full-time job.
Have you heard about refractive lens exchange? K2 Vision RLE means no glasses, no contacts, and no readers permanently. And you'll never develop a cataract.
No glasses or readers. K2 Vision RLE.
Ellensburg is a great place to visit all year long, with awesome scenery, amazing restaurants, and unique places to shop. Let's talk with some local businesses. This is Ellensburg.
Hi, I'm Megan West, owner of Claim Clothing in downtown Ellensburg. Claim Clothing is a store located in our downtown core of Ellensburg, Washington. There is something happening all year long in Ellensburg.
Ellensburg is awesome. We have a great community. We've got a school, a university, and you've got a huge community of locals and outdoor enthusiasts that all mingle together, so we get to serve all of them. Even if you're not looking for something, people will come in here, and sometimes to leave with something you didn't think you needed.
So yeah, you can just come in and grab something small, or you can come in and get that really beautiful statement piece for yourself or someone who's important to you.
So if you're a cool person looking to do some cool things, check out Mountain High Sports and start planning a trip now at myellensburg.com.
With all the excitement of the holiday season, getting into an auto accident is something you can do without. So remember to buckle up, drive safely, no texting, and please don't drink and drive. This holiday message is brought to you by Allen Brecky Law Offices.
A festive flight on Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 tonight.
Time now for the Spotlight at 5. A staple in many childhoods was made possible by students and community volunteers. Participants from Tri-Tech Skills Center, along with Legacy and Southridge High School, assembled hundreds of bicycles this month. It was all part of the annual Bikes for Tykes event, which looks to bring hope and mobility to children in need this holiday season. Apple Valley News Now is out there as well. If you have an idea for the Spotlight, send it to us through our social media platforms.
All right, of course, we like to end on a high note, reason to smile. You guys are going to love this photo, so stick around for that.
From our family to your family, season's greetings.
It's a great time to buy, great time for traditions.
Like loading up a Ford SUV and going to Grandma's house.
Hitting the slopes in a built wild Bronco.
Or making the big delivery with Ford F-Series.
Does it come in red?
Unwrap the gift of music at Dickerson's Tri-City Pianos. Bring home the timeless sound of a Yamaha piano this holiday season, either acoustic or digital pianos. Enjoy 0% financing for 24 months now through January 5th. Available in-store and online. From uprights to grands and the Yamaha Clavinova, all delivering incredible sound with a beautifully natural feel. Make your home sing this Christmas with Yamaha from Dickerson's Tri-City Pianos in Richland.
I have something for you.
Hi. I have something for you too.
Get 0% APR on select Sierra 1500 models. See your Inland Empire GMC dealers.
Board-certified orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist, Dr. Tegan Goodell, is now caring for patients in Prosser and Walla Walla. Dr. Goodell provides advanced care in orthopedic surgery and sports medicine injuries, including surgery of the shoulder, elbow, knee, and ankle. Get back to doing what you love. Call Prosser Orthopedic Center at 509-786-5599 or visit prosserhealth.org. Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care.
The chill of winter has always been warmed by the glow of tradition, which sometimes starts as a simple gift that is then passed from generation to generation. The holiday season gives us just one more reason to find joy in the little things. And as years fly by, we realize the true gift is actually in the time we get to share together. This season, as past gifts turn into today's treasures, here's to creating that one more cherished moment with the ones you love. Yakima Federal Savings and Loan, celebrating tradition since 1905.
It's a great time to buy, great time for traditions.
Like loading up a Ford SUV and going to Grandma's house.
Hitting the slopes in a built wild Bronco.
Or making the big delivery with Ford F-Series.
Does it come in red?
Festive lights from the sky.
We've been putting up Christmas lights from the get-go. It's been a lot of fun. We get a lot of people that come by.
A holiday celebration on Fly the Northwest.
It's always a pleasure to see the cars driving by.
Apple Valley News Now at 6 tonight.
Next ET is next. What AET is next?
Only we reunite the cast of The Drew Carey Show, celebrating 30 years of behind-the-scenes belly laughs. Next ET.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
And welcome back. We always like to give you a reason to smile before we go. So come take a look at your screen. This photo from Mario Mariano sent this in. This is the flooding out on Hyde Street at sunset. This was out in the Richland area over the weekend.
My
But, hey,
goodness.
you know what? It was a nice sunset, right? So flooding made it all the way to Hyde Street. So thanks for sending that one in, Mario. Let's take a look real quick at, we haven't done this one for a while. We'll take a look at our countdown to holidays. Here you go. 5 days till winter solstice, 9 days until Christmas, Austin, 15 days till the new year. 60 days till Valentine's. It seems like a long time, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Here's looking ahead.
Yep. All right. Couple of headlines for you there. Damaging winds, floods possible, and snow in the mountains. So a lot going on weather-wise.
And to all of our Jewish friends, happy Hanukkah. We're in the midst of Hanukkah as well.
Absolutely.
Happy Hanukkah.
That started Sunday, right?
That's right. Yep.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us here for Apple Valley News Now Live at 5.
We'll be back at 6, hoping your news is good news.
We'll see you then.